Hello, guys. We are now sitting together with Robert Zaremba, who is a blockchain expert, and we are discussing regarding Cerealia and the future of Cerealia in terms of technology, in terms of blockchain. So, Robert, hi.
Hello everybody.
Yeah.
Greetings from Lausanne,
Yes.
Switzerland.
So basically, tell us something about what would you advise for Cerealia in terms of, for example, which blockchain to use?
So the idea of Cerealia is that to put the middleman, to use the blockchain to solve all the middleman use cases. The major one is basically holding being an escrow actor, and also providing and making this source of truth for all the actions happening in a trade. The soft commodities trade is pretty complex because it's not only like one-to-one agreement, but it involves many other parties. So it's never like an atomic swap for two assets.
Right.
Soft commodities trade always includes a buyer, seller, and many other, usually institutions, responsible for providing insurance, capital, validation, checks, certification, and the most important one, transportation.
We call them Oracle, no?
So,
Oracles.
No. So Oracle here is something which in fact can talk to the blockchain.
Okay.
But this is the important part. Yes, so we have many parties.
Right.
So the trade for the soft commodities is a little bit more complex than the financial trade or cryptocurrency trade.
Right.
We can't think about it like as simple as just being the centralized trading platform as in the cryptocurrency world.
Mm-hmm.
So what does it mean? It means that we need to design a smart contract which can in fact understand and have a logic for storing or being a proof of some action,
Right.
proof of a document, proof of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then we use it basically to all the disputes and contract resolution. So
Right.
what we have is that, let's say that in a contract we encode that, okay, contract expects certain kinds of inputs. Let's say 5 inputs, like the money being paid as a reserve, escrow.
Right.
This is very simple. Another thing is that recognizable insurance institution provides the
Cargo insurance.
yeah, the insurance for the shipment.
Yeah.
So the issue here is that we need to identify this institution. It can't be like a random John.
Right.
It has to be really the institution.
Mm-hmm.
So this, when we think about it now, this provides like many implications about what actually we want to build. We want to build a program which can basically programs which can communicate within the blockchain.
Right.
The consequence of that is that the easiest way to do it basically is when we can have the smart contract programmable smart contracts on the blockchain.
Right.
So I would say that would be the main requirements in terms of the functionality to make it in the simplest and the secure, trusted way.
Right, but what kind of blockchain you would suggest, to choose for such a platform?
So that's a very good question. These days we have many more options for the blockchain choice than, let's say, last year. Last year when we started creating the, a lending platform, we didn't have many choices. It was like only Ethereum widely adopted. Sorry, and for smart contract that was like there was few Chinese and Japanese projects like Neo, Nem, and then Stellar coming up.
Right.
These days, yes, we have much bigger adoption. So the projects which were only in the niche last year, now they have many projects. Now they have many use cases implemented on top of it.
Right.
Ethereum is not anymore the single token platform in the world, and that's good. There are many more coming.
So you would suggest still which one for Cerealia?
So, in my opinion, here, like, since this thing should involve many parties and be open to any, let's say, insurance company or any kind of organization who is approved, being included in the system, recognizable, that should be a permissionless system.
Permissionless.
Permissionless. So, like something like Hyperledger might work, but only for only a part of it. But for the main concept, the trading, yes, it should be much easier, especially for the auditing purposes, using permissionless. Next thing is encryption and privacy. So we could do all of these things in Ethereum. And bear in mind, this is very interesting. Many companies, they do think that there are now specialized blockchains which provides this privacy mechanism, like Monero.
Right.
And this is the trap, because like in the world nowadays, yes, all the communication is happening in the open internet, so anybody can interrupt the connection and listen on it. So we already have for the years solutions basically to provide a secure connection and exchange data. Privacy is there. I mean, we can implement the privacy almost on any blockchain if we want.
Okay.
It's in fact all on the environment.
Right.
So when I'm thinking about this project, to be honest, I have two favorite choices here. One is Ethereum and one is Eternity.
Okay.
So let's talk for a second about the Ethereum. Ethereum is just project, I think, number one in the world about the smart contracts, because it's the first one who showed up,
Right.
who presented to the world and created the biggest adoption, the biggest market for the tokens,
Yep.
and it's the one who basically created the roads where
Right.
anybody else just learn from it.
By the way, question: can we use Ethereum? Can we build a side chain using Ethereum for security? You know what I mean? But to have a quicker, better scalability, quicker and cheaper transactions on a
Yes.
second layer, like
this
a
is-
side chain.
This is what in fact many companies are doing.
Yeah.
And in fact, I was also approaching. I was already testing these solutions. Just to mention, yes, like exchanges. If all exchanges, decentralized exchanges in the world, want to optimize for the big throughput, they are in fact those are based on the side chains.
Okay.
And if you want to trade Ethereum tokens, which is like majority of tokens available for trading, you have to do it in Ethereum.
Right.
So I would say that we know how to do it more or less. It's not so simple. And this is what goes with me. Where I would like to take Eternity as an example. So this is one of the new projects coming in this summer into the production. And these guys, they basically take all the lessons, very pragmatic approach, so not trying to build bananas, I don't know, in Antarctica.
You're talking about Eternity.
Right.
Right.
So they try to get like the most important parts of the pains from the Ethereum network and really implement it. In fact, the guys working for the founders of the Eternity, they were very highly involved in the Ethereum incarnation process.
Okay.
And so they already implement the side chains, they implement the different consensus protocol and testing them now. So I'm really like to see that this project is coming into the production as soon as possible.
Right.
And there is another interesting now released is EOS. We still are seeking for the validation of it. So I wouldn't say I strongly recommend it, but it's one of the options.
Okay.
About the other things, that the problem with the other things are that they either didn't exist, or it's only like mostly on a paper or in a highly development phase. And if you want to release something, you need to have that option.
Right. Okay, good. So thanks a lot, Robert, for this first overview of blockchains. And so, guys, please follow us for the next interview like this. Okay. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.